Right, guys, if it doesn't work this time, I ain't got a clue because I've done everything, including restart my phone. But I need to move from where I'm at because I'm getting eaten alive by midges. So please say it's worked. Because otherwise, I really don't know. It's got to be something to do with YouTube. The chat is on, so I really don't know what's going on. I've checked the settings and everything. But I'm just not seeing any chat. Oh, for crying out loud. Well, guys, Mike's there watching, so he can chat to you on my behalf. Might as well give you a drive anyway while we're out. It's just I can't see your chat. I don't know what the hell's going on with YouTube. There's no other way I can like alter any settings. I've got the live chat switched on. I've put it onto top messages and all messages. And I'm just getting nothing. So I don't know whether it's a signal issue or a heat issue. Something to do with YouTube. I can't fathom it. Hello everybody. Right, well I don't know what happened there, but for some reason it turned off my live and put me on the actual chat with you guys, and then when I went back to the live, it's given me the live chat. So hi everybody. Hi Linda, hi Gareth, hi Mike, hi Stephen, hi Eugene. Can you all hear me? And are we back live again? I'm assuming we're no longer buffering. Result. Well, that's only took, what, 3-4 attempts? Hi, guys. Right, so, yeah, I've got chat now, thankfully. As I was trying to say, I bought a new phone holder type clamp with a clamp that was wide enough to fit around Trudy's handlebars. So I thought I would give it a test run today before the carnival tomorrow. And I think I've already established on the first part, even though I didn't have chat, that rough, bumpy terrain still isn't going to be no good for you guys, because yous are going to get every bump that Trudy gets. So I would still need to be hands-free for that to make it less bumpy. However, surfaces like this seem to be okay. So it's down to you guys to let me know what you think of the picture and everything. But obviously by having the clamp and the holder, it means that I can still drive Trudy and still press the phone to read the chat, so I'm not missing as many of you guys' messages. Plus, also, as I say, this is the first time I've been out on Trudy since I left Blackpool, so you're talking well over 4 weeks. And I thought I'd just give it a go and see how my bones and sciatica and everything manage, and whether I'll be comfortable enough tomorrow to film the carnival. Oh, good, Gareth. Thank you, Linda. Look at the pretty blue flowers. Aren't they nice? You normally get bunny rabbits around here when it's quiet. So we'll take you along to the promenade. Some of you will have seen it before, some of you won't. But there's a dusky sunset, so I thought we'd go and enjoy it. Seeing as it's still about 22, 23 degrees out here. I've never seen you eat a rabbit in all the years you've lived with me, Mike, so you know you're talking Tatey Ash there. And I won't be eating no rabbits. So this phone holder, as I say, on terrain like this, seems to be doing okay. It's not too juddery for you guys. However, going over bumps and gravel is a different kettle of fish. Yeah, do you know something, Gareth? I've always said it. Maryport is a beautiful coastal town, right on the edge of the Lake District. No, Luna's not having one either. And for tourists and for, shall we say, like the retiring age, Maryport's lovely. Lovely place to be. But for me, having grown up here, spent every day of my life here, no, I need to get away. Speed bumps. I've had enough of Maryport. There's not a lot to do unless you have to travel. And just as Blackpool has a nice promenade that you can traverse for free, Maryport does have a promenade, but it ain't as smooth and as nice as Blackpool's. So on a scooter like mine with hard rubber tyres, ain't ideal. But I'll take you along to the lighthouse if you want, as the sun's setting. The only thing is, again, with being on this holder as well, you're in a fixed position. So I can't sort of, unless Trudy's turning, I can't tilt the camera left and right and be all like, ooh, look at that. You get that view just like you would in a car. It's stationary. But as I say, if it helps on these kind of drives where I can be hands-free and not get as tired as quickly, then it's ideal. Happy weekend to you, Eugene. Oh, crab apples in that tree. I don't know if you can see them. A few crab apples popping out on there. Sour apples, as people call them. Yeah, it's not as fun when it's full of kids, is it? Or should I say, not as peaceful. Bumpy bumps, bumpy roads. Woo! Oh, nice one, Eugene. So again, different pavement terrain. You've got a little bit of a bump going on there, but what's it like? Is it bearable or is it annoying? Because at the end of the day, this is for you guys' benefit as much as mine, so I'll need your feedback. Feedback on the terrain. So we're now turning onto Salmore Way, leading to Marine Road. Not too bad. That's not. Oh, that's all right then. I say it's just gravel. It looks like I'm not going to be able to do, because gravel surfaces. Yeah, that was like losing your eyeballs. But at the same time, this does give you guys a chance to experience what it feels like for me driving it. And this is why I go on so much about pavements and road surfaces and potholes and things. Hi, Ashley. Yeah, I've heard that, Eugene. I have heard that. But yes, this is what councils don't realise for disabled people, and especially those in wheelchairs that have solid tyres. They're going to feel every lump and bump going over these road surfaces. And if this is what, if it makes the camera shake as it does now for your eyes, what would it be like for an elderly lady in a wheelchair? You're thinking you're fetching her for a nice memory drive along the promenade. Sorry guys, speed bumps. And she's getting all this juddering and bumpiness. Well, I'm certainly getting that way now. It's been a rough couple of weeks, guys, I'll be honest. I've not been in a very good headspace with what's been going on with my mobility. And I got my MRI results back to discover that there is a new tear in my lower spine, which is pressing on my sciatic nerves. Hence the reason I've been in so much pain. So my next route now is to be referred to a spinal specialist to see where we can go from there. And possibly even they've mentioned getting nerve blocker injections. So it's not been fun a few weeks. Right. Oh, this is even worse. Oh, that was a bad choice. Oh, sorry guys. I'll have to drive slowly. So we're on the marina. See if I can turn it just a little bit to enjoy the marina. There we go. How's that? Look at that water. That's a flat calm if ever I saw it. Beautiful. In fact, listen how quiet it is. How nice is that, guys? And a car's coming to spoil. And how serene was that, guys? Right, well, I'm very sorry, but until I find a curb, which I believe isn't until right down there, we're stuck on this bumpy terrain, unless you want me to turn around now and get back on the road. Quick decisions in the chat. Keep going on the bumps or turn round and get back on the road. Carry on. Okay. I'll go at a slow speed and then it's not too bad for you, everybody. Yeah, Maryport is historically known for its fishing town. I am going to have to come out with my other phone one day and give you guys all the history. But yes, Maryport was a shipping town. Used to do broadside launches from the River Ellen. And just up here, there is some old coal bunkers. There used to be a little rail line ran across the top of that hill up there. And used to ship coal and iron and all sorts. We were a good merchant town. And the name Humphrey Senhouse, he was the man that named Maryport after his wife, Mary Senhouse, because the town used to be named Alorna. Hi, Jimmy. Yes, it was the Roman town of Alorna. Again, we're steeped in Roman history as well. And up on the hill in the distance there is a Roman museum and a Roman fortlet. Used to be lookouts right along this coast up to Hadrian's Wall. You'd think so, wouldn't you, Jimmy? I'm on Trudy. That's why I'm driving a bit slower, because if I were going fast, your eyes would be going 10 to the dozen. Shall we do it just to that bench? I'll go full speed just to that bench. Here we go. Whee! Can you handle the shakes? Shaking all over. I'll slow down again. Well, it kind of sounds like a horse galloping, Mike. I have always said that about Trudy's wheels. Hi, Sean. Welcome to Maryport Marina. We're just driving down towards the lighthouse and we're going to go and watch the hazy sunset. I'm just going to point that out today as well. A lot of people today have been saying it's misty. And I've been shouting at the TV all day long saying it's not misty, it's hazy. To have mist, it requires wet moisture and dampness in the air. Right now, with this dry heat, there ain't no moisture. So what you've got is haze, which is like a smog from pollution, dry air, pollen, things that travel, air particles. It's a haze, not a mist. Just thought I'd put that one out there. So I am in Maryport in Cumbria, right on the edge of the Lake District. This is my hometown, for better or for worse. I grew up and lived here all my life. The tide is currently in and we're just headed to the lighthouse to go and see the hazy sunset. Yeah, people don't like that word, do they, Sean? Moist. I've never had a problem with it. If you're in a vehicle like mine that only goes slowly, or you're on foot and you're on the road, you always face oncoming traffic, especially on corners. You need people to see you. But I am wearing my banana yellow jacket and t-shirts and my bright yellow sparkly hat, so, you know, they can't say they don't see me. Sorry about that, speed bump, guys. Just the weather, Sean. Talking about the difference between mist and haze. Mist requires moisture. Haze is caused by dry heat. Oh, look, the sun's gone behind the clouds. We're not going to see the sunset anyway. Ooh, it was a nice orange one tonight as well. So I know it's a little bit bumpy, guys, but try and hit the like button for me. It's my first successful outing for 4 weeks. I think that deserves a like in itself. Now I can only go so far along this pier here because they've got rather large troughs which Trudy's wheels can't go over. And we're about to go over some gravel, so I'm going really slowly. Because otherwise you guys would not be able to see anything right now. No, I prefer a 99 with a flake. That number just attached itself to me for better or for worse. So I just decided to go with the flow. So I'm gonna pull over when I get to the first big ramp, which you guys will see on this path along here, and as you can see it's kind of bumpy. But then I'll take you hands-free out of the holder. Ooh, you nearly fell out of the holder there. It's a good job I got those laggy bands on. That was a rather large bump. It wasn't I mean, look at that pothole. Look, that's just terrible. And this is as far as I can go anyway, because here's the trough, which, as you can see, Trudy's wheels ain't getting over that. She'd get stuck. Whoa, you want to smell this right now, guys? Proper sea air, smelly vision. Right, out of the holder you come. So there's the holder. Got a clamp which actually fits onto the handlebars, which, as you can see, is bleeding solid. It ain't moving. It's just this part, the phone holder itself. Most of these phone holders aren't adequate to grip on for strong things, so I've got 3 bobbles that stops it from dropping out if I go over a rather large bump, which we did there. But on the whole, it's working. It's doing me all right, so I can't grumble. It's meant that I haven't had to hold this phone and it hasn't got really heavy. Look at that, guys. Wow. So this is the Solway coast. And you are looking over to Scotland right now. Criffel to be specific, I think. Could be wrong. I don't think I am, but... Oh, midges. Wrong time of day to come down. The midges, they're no born in cages. The midges is really the limit. With teeth like piranhas, they drive you bananas if you let them get under your summit. Look at that, guys. Now that is the view. Wait on. I should have put my chair on rotate. Hang on, guys. Here we go. This is the view looking back into Maryport. Not midgets, midges. Bugs, flies, midges. And they're flying all around me right now. It's dusk. I'm getting eaten alive. In fact, they're all over me as well because I'm wearing yellow, so I kind of look like a flower. In fact, hi everybody. Yellow, 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 yellow. They call me Mellow Yellow, quite rightly. Look at that. How nice is that? Banana, 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 banana. With my Indian necklace, which I bought from the Indians near the Hounds Hill. Handmade and leather. All of those beads intricately made. Beautiful, innit? How nice is that? And I've got my Dreamcatcher earrings on. And I've got all my crystals on. As you do. I even got them on that arm too, look. Oh, and look, I got my jazzy nails done for the carnival tomorrow. The Harlequin style. The camera's blurring. Stop. Focus. Focus. There we go. Oh, no, it doesn't. Focus. There we go. Isn't it cool? Sparkly. Right. I'm just going to take you for a quick look on this side, because this is where... Ooh! Ooh, shit. Pardon my French. Pardon my French. Trudy started to drive on her own there. Must remember to turn off ignition. What is going on today? Ooh. Well, that's it, Sean. You can always find me. That's kind of dodgy. That bar needs replacing. That's a bit naughty. But I'm going to take you for a look over anyway. I'm going to move away from that bar because with my balance the way it is right now, I wouldn't trust myself anywhere near that bar. Or that missing bar, shall we say. But let's get some ASMR in listening to this. You can actually go under this pier, under there, and you can walk right along to the end. You might have pictures from back in the days when we was a bit fitter, standing at the end, right along there, but underneath. We used to go down there as kids, and when all the fishermen was casting the lines off the end, we used to go down and twang them from below. Naughty little gets that we were. Yeah, absolutely, Sean. I was definitely one of the culprits. Payback in my latter years when I became the fisher person myself. And you've got kids trying to do it to you. Oh yeah, as kids we used to play all around this pier. Me and my brothers and my friends, we used to have expeditions, wait till the tide went out and see if we could cross round the front and come back round the side. Got our fishermen coming down now for the evening. Hiya. All right. Evening. Nice night for it, eh?
Aye, it's lovely.
Lovely.
Wish there was a few more fish.
I'll be eating fish tonight.
Aye. There's even a wee boat out there, look guys. I still am what, Mike? A fisher person? I haven't been fishing for a few years now. I miss it. I really do miss fishing. Oh, naughty. Yeah, I'm still naughty. Naughty but nice. So that over in the distance there, guys, I've zoomed right out right now, but that coastline just over there, that is Workington. Home of the Workington Reds football team. I shall zoom in. It'll be a bit blurry, but I'll give you a look. So that's Workington over there in the distance. Once you've passed Workington, you drive on to Whitehaven. And from there, it's on to St. Bees. St. Bees and Sellafield. As I say, you've got Scotland over there. And over in that direction, over there, you have Silloth and Annan, leading over to Scotland. All the way over there in the distance. And then, yeah, looking back into Maryport. We have 2 lighthouses. Just for anybody that was not on the last time I said about it to Pete's Live, and if you ask Google, Google is also a liar, because Google says that Blackpool is the only place in the UK with 3 piers, right? 3 piers. Now, I am stood on what Maryport calls the Lighthouse Pier, pier number 1, right? Over there, right there, you have the fishing pier, pier number 2, yeah? And if I zoom in, just down there, you can see what the locals call the Lyle Pier. That's pier number 3. Maryport has 3 piers, so Blackpool is not the only place in the UK that has 3 piers. Nah, 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 nah. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. So there's a little fact for you guys, little tidbit of information. Maryport does also have 3 piers. They might not be as long as Blackpool's, but we've still got 3. Look at the colours in that, isn't that beautiful? How about if I adjust my scooter and we'll sit on that side so that you can hear the waves, like we'll just park up there, so we can sit that side to hear the waves, but we'll look that side to enjoy the colours and the view. What do you think? Sit here for 5 minutes and have a bit of ASMR. It looks like there's more. You got suns. Look at all the camper vans, Mike. And the camper van and the camper van park is full over on the marina. It's chocker. See, as I said, for tourists, Maryport's brilliant. It's a different kettle of fish when you live here. Completely different. Right, let's see if we can get you back in this phone holder without anything going catastrophically wrong. Right, that's you squished in there. Well, that's it, Mike, you know, but I mean, as I say, you and I live here, so we know what it's like to be here indefinitely. These people that come and visit do so only for a short time, and therefore don't understand just how tough it can be to live here full time. Ooh, I'm driving into that pothole. Oh my word. It's like an assault course, this, trying to avoid all the potholes. And I don't want to be near that dodgy fence either. Right, how's that? Can you guys hear that water? And is that angle nice? Or would you like to look that way? Quite right. You're not wrong, Gareth. Maryport's like a lost little hamlet. It's a town that people have forgotten about, but in some ways that's a good thing because it's still relatively cheap. I mean, things are starting to creep up a bit now, but, you know, I can still buy a 1.5 litre bottle of pop Coke for about £2.10, where it cost me nearly a fiver to what, you know, further down toward Lancashire. It has its pros and cons, Maryport. As I say, it is a quiet little hamlet town. It's been kind of forgotten about, so in a lot of ways it's been neglected as well. They are trying to regenerate in a lot of areas and do a lot of things. But it's a slow process. You can get a small size bottle, like, you know, about that size bottle for about £6.50, £7. Which again, isn't too bad considering. I know how much it costs in other areas. Oh, nice cast. Don't know if you guys saw that little blob then in the water, but he cast out to about there. It would have to be 69, wouldn't it, Mike? That's not bad. But yeah, I nearly have a heart attack when I go to Blackpool just for a can, and a small on-the-go can, and it's costing me like £2. I'm like, mate, I can buy a 2 litre bottle for that price back home. I don't justify prices like that. I genuinely will not pay it. If I can find it for £1, I'll buy it for £1. Oh, I'm going to be sore later when I come home, Mike. I'm being eaten alive by these midges. It's getting expensive everywhere now, to be fair. I will actually just creep that forward a little bit because since we are looking that way, that gap makes for nice viewing. Or unobstructed viewing. There we go. I'm just turning my ignition off now though because that's as close as I want to be. Turn you that way a little bit. Good evening, William. Hope you have a good time. Yeah, doesn't come on here, Gareth. The sound of those waves is so enticing. I just want to go for a paddle. Ah, yeah, watched that earlier. He always does. I've no idea, Sean. I've noticed when I'm not there as much, she seems to come in with the comments a hell of a lot more, and then when I turn back up, she goes quiet, so I just don't know. Oh dear. I really couldn't be bothered having to write that on every single message. Do my nappering. Does that please you or not, Mike? I mean, I don't really care. It's football, you know, I don't care. Oh, okay. It is a gorgeous smell out of here. Should we go and have a little drive along to the boardwalk? We're out, we may as well. It's still nice and warm, you know, it's just really, really mild. Right, I need to reverse and make sure I don't reverse into no potholes. And let's see if we can do a turn. I'm doing a turn on a flaming bump. Marvellous. Oh, you did. Yeah, our neighbour, we're cat sitting tonight and tomorrow, and poor Luna's struggling in this heat mine. Who's beeping? Because it wasn't me. Yeah, he's been looking for all the shady spots, bless him. Now again, I don't know whether it's because I'm zoomed out quite a lot or whether it's just because the camera's juddering. But is this picture looking blurry to you guys? They last a long time, William, with Trudy's wheels because they're solid rubber, so she doesn't get punctures. The only thing I have to worry about is the treads, which will need replacing soon. Hi, Pink. Go slowly over the gravel. Sorry, guys. Bump. And we're down. And bump again. And riding the horse again. Till we get on the road. I do apologise about this road surface, guys. It's a little bit bumpy again till we get round this corner. But again, you're back in the phone holder. So it's a case of the phone holder has its plus sides, but it still also has its negatives. in regards to I can't completely phase out the bumpiness. There's no stabiliser strong enough to do that, really. I wouldn't know for pubs, Gareth, as such, because we don't really go out a lot. But I have heard that the Soul Suite is good. Ardwick's good for a cheap pint. And the sports bar. Chew, bless you. Always, Sean, always. I'll just go at a nice cruising pace again, really, and then it's not as bouncy. Although, to be fair, it seems more juddery on the way back than it was on the way there. It does seem a lot more wobbly. I don't know why. We're stable, we're solid. Just the road surfaces, guys. It still is very light pink. I've had some funny looks regardless, Sean, to be fair. I get looked at because I don't look old enough to be on a mobility scooter. I get looked at because people can't visually see what's wrong with me. I get looked at because I've pimped Trudy up in holographic wrap and stuck stickers and gems all over her, so I kind of draw attention to myself anyway. And then I wear bright clothing full of glitter, so I'm kind of asking for it, really. People stare at me regardless. And for a person that suffers with anxiety and social anxiety, you know, that's kind of a weird thing to do. But at the same point, why, you know, life's hard enough, why should I drop down? Well, I was on crutches by my mid-20s. I was on a walking stick by the time I was 30. I was on a mobility scooter between 33 and 35. And I've just hit 40 to find out that I've got further damage and degeneration to my back, so things is getting a lot more difficult. I dread to think what it's going to be like when I hit 50. That's it, Sean. I mean, you have my sympathy, because when things are invisible, it makes life a lot more difficult. People are a lot more judgmental. I'm just going to see if my lights still work. They should. I just put my little red lights on at the back, guys, because although it's still bright, it's at that stage of night where you need lights on. Right, that one's gone dead. I've only got one working on the front, but I've got my blue lights on my basket, so that's all good. Sorted. Apologise if I missed any messages there. Well, exactly, ping. Well, at the end of the day, it's not like my scooter's not just for a weekend, you know what I mean? She's a permanent fixture. she's part of me and part of my life, so why shouldn't I pimp it up? Because I'm going to literally be on Trudy till she dies. And I have to buy a new one. Me and Trudy have got quite attached to each other. And it's weird because she's an inanimate object, but she gets me from A to B. She's my legs. So... oh, hell's bells. Yeah, that can't have been very nice. I was trying a little bit more speed, but I don't want to make it too shaky for everybody, so just let me know if it becomes intolerable and I'll slow down a bit. Yeah. No, it's crazy, man. And this is it, people just don't know what's going on the inside. Just going to speed up through this narrow part, just in case there are any other cars coming. Bumpy bit. Not too bad. So I mean, I know it's shaking a bit right now, but is it bearable to watch? Is it okay? Or is it a bit too annoying? That's it, Pink. Never a truer word said, to be fair. Thank you, Gareth. So we're about to come out of Salmore Way and along the low road. Yeah, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to drive on the road like a naughty girl until I get down to this curb. And I apologise about the bumps. Nearly there, nearly there. And we're up. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, that's all right then. We've just got the River Ellen running down there, and that there is Moat Hill, and there's a outlook on the top of there, a Roman outlook on the top of there. And Maryport also has a history with the White Star Line as well. Thomas Ismay's family grew up round here. I believe he himself grew up round here. There is some plaques around Maryport with his details on. And a lot of this area down here, the marina area and housing area, is named... You've got Ismay Wharf, you've got Ritson Wharf, you've got White Star Way. We used to have the White Star pub. Oh, look. Swan. Wait on. Can you see the swan? Swan's down there in the water. There she is, waggling her tail. Ah. Pretty little swan. Not on this surface with the phone holder. If I had the phone in my hand, maybe. I don't think it'd be a good idea in this holder though. You guys would be going crazy. I like all kinds of animals. I like all animals except for creepy crawlies. I don't do bugs. I don't care for spiders, flies and midges and moths and... I mean, I can tolerate moths and butterflies, but I still don't care for them, not when they're buzzing past your ear. So yeah, I don't care for insects, but all other animals. I'm an animal lover. I'll quite happily stop and feed the seagulls and feed the pigeons and feed any other stray bird and save the birds from the cats, feed the mice. Yeah, love animals. They bite, Sean, they bite. Not midgets, midges. There's no T. Midges. Flies, biting flies. Hard. This building here used to be called the Wave Centre. Used to be called the Wave Centre. Yeah, you can do. Them bumps didn't like the phone. The phone holder didn't like them bumps. Sorry, shall we say. You bounced out again there. So we're learning things with this phone holder, Mike. It's a wee bit juddery. Oh, fair's here for tomorrow. No, they named it Maryport Community Centre or Fun Centre or some crap like that. Look, guys, look. It's the fair. We've got a Hard Rock. You've got the merry-go-round. You've got the boat-style cups and saucers. There's a trampoline house. There's the jumping trampolines. And there's the little chain swings. That's for all the kids tomorrow after the carnival. Look at the pretty lights. Oh, and there's the fun house there as well. Fun house is just on this corner here. Down this side. Yeah, I've heard that one before, Sean. So yeah, that's the mini fair for the carnival tomorrow. Setting up. Try and go at a nice slow pace. I'm not going to stay out too much longer because it is starting to get dark now and Mike doesn't like it when I'm out in the dark. Even though I'm in my own town where I grew up and born and bred, he still doesn't like it. Slowly over the bumps because the phone doesn't like the bumps. Slowly over the bumps. If I don't go too fast, it's alright. This pub here that you can just see lit up on the corner, that's the Captain Nelson's. The stone-baked pizzas in there. And the building, the large building just there where you can see the white lights coming out of, that's Maryport Tandoori. It's an award-winning Indian takeaway. Been there a long time. Go on. got a singer in. Girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. Nice one. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. Just in downsizing, Pink. That's about as far as I've got at the minute because they say I've been laid up for the last 3-4 weeks. Haven't been able to do anything. Right, sorry, we're going over bumps. Bear with. I've got to get over the other side of the road. Cobbles. I don't do cobbles. So we're now crossing over the River Ellen. That's E-double-L-E-N, the River Ellen. And a little bit of trivia for you. Mike and I used to live in those flats in that window there, that upper window there. We used to have absolute awesome sunsets and used to watch the river flowing outside the window. It was lovely. But as you can kind of tell around there, that area was covered in stairs everywhere, so we had to move. We couldn't do the stairs anymore. Where is this chat going? I'm trying to avoid bumps, but it's not always easy in this place. What with cobbles. Oh dear. Did he get me kicked out of where? Oh no, not out of the flat, no, it was just the stairs. As I say, we couldn't manage the stairs. Alright. Right, we've got a little bit of nice road here now, it's not as bumpy. That was it All Souls Church or Christ Church? Christ Church, I think. And that's now being converted into an art museum and gallery. It's the Maritime Museum now. There's a little mosaic bench there where you can sit outside. The anchor for the heritage, shipping heritage. And you sit there and enjoy your chippy tea. And watch the sunset over there. Try and stick to the nice bit of road. I'll put Trudy's lights on soon, and at least then I'm lit up, like the side lights. Most of the time they are, Pink. It won't be like this tomorrow night, trust me. I say the carnival's on, and obviously England's playing, so people's going to be getting drunk for the carnival and getting drunk for the football, so it's going to be absolute mental here tomorrow. Hi, Elizabeth. So this is Maryport in Cumbria, just on the edge of the Lake District. Forgotten little hamlet. Oh, there's a couple of cobbles here. Hang on, we'll go slow over these. Bumpy over the cobbles till we get onto the boardwalk. No, no, not me. No, I'll be out to film the carnival and then I'll be away home. So this, we're now on the boardwalk and what they call the Little Beach. Hi, Tracy. I'm just going to pull up on here in a minute and let's just give you a look out on that view. Look at that. And if I just stop for a second, have a listen. How peaceful is that, guys? I can literally just hear the waves gently lapping on the sand there. There's a few people packing up that's been sat out all day enjoying the sun and having a few drinks. So their bottles and things are just clinking as they're packing up. But other than that, listen to the tranquility. With a view like that. You could easily though, couldn't you, Sean? Those are oyster catchers. This is not just a beach. This is Clare's beach. Need that M&S music going on in the background right now, don't we? I can give you a crinkling of my water bottle because I'm about to have a drink. There you go, little crinkle of that. They do pink. They do indeed. First stars just came out and all. I know you guys won't see it right now, but it's just about there in that clear patch on the camera. And I know for a fine fact this won't zoom in enough for you to see that. I'll try taking out the holder though and just, we'll see. Out we come. Right, let's have a look where we are. There it is. Just see it twinkling. Right in the middle. Can you see that? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. You do. You certainly do. Me being one of them. I'll just reverse back a little bit and let these people pass. How nice is that though? Hiya.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Hiya. You alright? don't actually even know if I've got my lights plugged in at the minute. Have I got my binoculars? No, unfortunately not. I'm going to take you over there in a minute and go and have a look over there. But I just need to put you back in the holder for a moment while I see if I've got my lights connected on my scooter. Because otherwise I'll be trying to turn them on and nothing's going to happen if they're not plugged in. Just get these bobbles back round the phone. Won't leave you looking at a nice view. I don't know what shirt that was, to be fair, Sean. I wasn't looking. Oh yeah, we are plugged in. We're plugged in. That's one. That's the first step. And we're on. That's the second step. There we go. I'll hold her again for 5 minutes. I'll keep holding you. I'm sure I can manage for 5 minutes at least. Oh, we lit up. Trudy's lights is on. Yay! Sparkly. Right. Let's just grab hold of you there. We'll take a wee drive. See the difference with that, not having to worry about the juddering when I'm holding you. Go as fast as I want now. But hey, it's still going to come in handy, regardless of the shaking. Yeah, I've done plenty of that in my time, Sean. No, I think he's busy at the caravan. He'll be sorting his boat and things. Oh, wow. Sorry, but guys, look at that view. Wow. Right, how far in? And we an hour and 9 minutes, and the pain's hit Mike. So hopefully, with the painkillers tomorrow, I should last a little bit longer. Because right now I'm having to stand and do a stretch because my hip's really kicking off, like really kicking off. And it just. I've got a reputation, Sean. I'm an angel. Ain't none of that round here, Gareth. Oh look, there's even more caravans down there. Caravan Central here this weekend. Oh. Oh guys, sorry, I wasn't expecting this to come on as quickly as it has. But my hip is currently on fire. Oh, my word. I'm gonna, when I just need, and I need to let this just ease off a few. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Beautiful. Yeah, I need this to ease a little bit. No speeding. I only go 4.5 miles an hour. That's a top speed. 5 at a push downhill. Oh. Oh. Right, so, I mean, I'm sure most of you guys know, but for those that don't, I have been not on my channel for the last month since getting home from Blackpool because I've literally been bedbound. And if I haven't been in the bed, I've been in an extremely hot bath because I have a new tear in my lower back. The results of my MRI scan came through, and there is some narrowing on some of the nerves and a lot of pressure right now on my sciatic nerves. Suffice to say, I've been in a hell of a lot of pain all down my left side and been pretty much immobile. I've been unable to do anything. And that includes just basic things like doing your laundry, doing dishes, taking bins out, you know, small things like that. I haven't even been able to do that. I've been in so much pain, and I've been doped up for the last 4 weeks on a cocktail of ibuprofen, paracetamol and codeine. They've tried me on gabapentin, but those didn't agree. They can't give me any antidepressant type medications because they don't agree. So I'm now being referred to a specialist, a spinal specialist, and they're discussing the options as well of having nerve blockers injected into my spine. So my intentions of coming out tonight was to see how long I could tolerate, if at all, being out and about on Trudy and having to go over bumps and things like that, as to whether I would be able to manage filming the carnival live tomorrow. Now, I came out tonight without any painkillers, so hopefully tomorrow, if I have my cocktail, I should be able to last a bit longer than I have. You can on a good day, Sean, but not from where I'm stood because it's over in that direction. But yes, you can. See the Isle of Man. And as I say, that's looking over to Scotland. But yeah, I mean, as I say, I've been trying my best to keep positive about things, but it's difficult to know that you know, there's further degeneration going on, and my mobility is becoming even more limited, and my activities are becoming even more limited. And I do worry, you know, that one day I mightn't even be able to go about on Trudy, and she was supposed to give me my independence back because I couldn't use my legs. But if I can't tolerate the pain of sitting on her either, you know, that's taken away a lot of my independence. And that's why we just don't know when we're going to be in Blackpool next either. Because right now, I don't know how I'm going to manage one day to the next with my mobility and with the pain levels. Because, I mean, I'm no fun when I'm in a lot of pain. Yeah, I believe so. I've seen some of their motorbike races. They're crazy. You can see the... Oh, just over there, you can see the Alana Aurora sculpture flashing away over there. I was going to drive over there and give you a close-up, but I'm unable to do that now. Because as soon as this calms down a little bit, I'm going to have to start heading home and get some painkillers into me and get led down again. Because the way this bulge is pressing, I can't sit upright for long periods of time. I hope so, Gareth, I really do, because as I say, it really has been a tough few weeks, especially mentally, having to deal with the fact of being unable to do things. He's only just got up, the lazy wee git. Well, at least it'll be cool enough for him to go out and have a wander again. I'm always flashing, Sean. Won't be me if I weren't flashing. Doesn't she look good? Even with her nice rainbow cushion cover. And she's got her, now that's what I call ADHD sticker on the back. And she's got her other not all disabilities are visible sticker on the back, along with her wee ghosties. And she's got a wee headlight, so she's got her lights on, see. I'm safety conscious, and she's got a nice bright blue lights at the front. I will have to turn those on to just white and not multicoloured when I get on the roads and things though, because I can't be distracting to other drivers. Well, that's it, Sean. I am who I am. I mean, I don't profess to be, you know, I'm nothing special, but I'm not fake. You know what I mean? I tell it as it is. If I'm in pain, I'll tell you I'm in pain. Oh, the batteries have fell out of my other lights. I did have some other lights that goes around the stick there, but I'll have to sort them when I get home. But yeah, I mean, as I say, sorry, I am who I am. What you see is what you get. And what you get is the whole caboodle. Because, as I say, to me, I've said it before on my channel, I'll say it again, if you try and be somebody else, or you try and be somebody that you're not, eventually your mask is going to slip. And it's going to wear off, and people's going to see you for who you are, and then they'll start judging you, like, well, you know, they come across as this person, but really they're that person. When I'm not like that, I come across exactly as I am. If he wants to go out for a bit, Mike, yeah, you can let him out. It's a warm evening. I don't think we'll be going to bed anytime soon. I'm going to have to wait for my painkillers to kick in first. Well, that's it, Sean, and I don't mind having a laugh as well. You know, people are a bit worried when they come on mine if I'm going to take offence to things. I don't take offence to anything as long as people are being nice to each other. I like a good joke as much as the rest of them. I like a good dirty joke. Do you know what I mean? And I'm quite potty-mouthed myself. I don't... Admittedly, I try and refrain from being potty-mouthed on my channel. But if you meet me in person, you know, I don't mind having, you know, sharing a few real jokes and having a few laughs here and there. You know, I'm human. And I grew up, I was an 80s baby, and I grew up in the 90s when it was absolutely fabulous, and you had all that freedom of speech, and you had programmes like Little Britain coming out and things like that, you know, proper stuff that would never be aired on TV nowadays. So I've still got that mindset, that 80s, 90s mindset, and I'm one of them when I speak to Pete and people are talking about the old days when it was like this and the old days when it was like that. Well, I remember those times, and I'm one of those people. Bring back the old times when you could talk and you could have a laugh and you could say something without somebody taking offence. You didn't have this snowflake featherbrained society that we've got now, and all these bloody rules and regulations, and the fact that they bleep out the word bitch on TV. I mean, get a grip. You're quite happy to show people getting shot and murdered and killed, but you'll bleep out the word bitch. I mean, come on. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm one of those people. Yeah, I like Family Guy. I used to like watching Family. I don't watch it so much now, but I used to watch it. Family Guy, Red Dwarf, 2 pints lager and a packet of crisps. You know, it was humour. Funny humour. But now you can't get away with stuff like that. Oh, I know, Pink. I know, you're absolutely right. And I have been saying that a lot this week, as I say, because my mental health has been struggling. But I have been telling myself every day, I'm still breathing. You know, I'm still breathing. I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm still breathing. So... you know, I mean, hopefully this new tear, hopefully it'll settle down. You know, it's just taking longer because it's new. It's a new tear. And I'm in a lot of pain right now, but hopefully when it settles down and becomes a dull ache, I'll be able to get on a bit better. I've just got to be patient, and I'm struggling with that right now because when you're in pain, nobody's very patient. But I'm doing my best. And as I say, I'm not saying this is an unsuccessful trip. It's not. I've been able to test out the phone holder, and I've been able to test out how my body's reacting to being out and about and driving, and how long of a duration I'm going to be able to manage it for. So, you know, it's not been a totally wasted journey. Oh, absolutely, Sean. Well, it's not that. It's all the daftness that come with it. Identifying as a bloody cat and licking your students. I mean, what is all that about? Even back in the day, that would never be accepted. It's really, I agree, Pink, it is really weird. World's insane. I am a lot of the time saying stop the train, I want to get off. See, people sit there on those nice wood benches, and as I said earlier, they just look out at that view, sitting eating a chippy tea, watching the world go by, watching the sun go down, contemplating life. And as you can see right now, I'm like one of the only people down here. And if I was to go quiet on you guys again, you'd think I wasn't here. Let's just give it a go. I mean, there's a car engine in the background, but I'm just going to go quiet. There's a boat coming in. That's the noise you can hear. Yeah, how peaceful, guys, eh? Yeah, I've just put Trudy's lights on white because obviously I'm going to be going out towards the main road now and things and heading towards home. But yeah, you can't say anything now these days without somebody taking offence at something. But that's another thing, that's another reason why I like my channel, because I say it as I find it. And if people don't like that, they're welcome to leave. I don't have to agree with people's opinions, just as they don't have to agree with mine, but I won't be forced to change my opinion either. Yeah, I would rather homeschool my kids nowadays or send them to a homeschool tutor that I knew wasn't going to brainwash them. Absolutely. But I'm never having it. I'll never have kids, so I don't have that problem, thankfully. But I agree with you, Pink. Now seeing Maryport after dark, guys. Which, as I say, I don't do very often. Oh, cobbles, bumpy. I don't do very often because Mike doesn't like me being out after dark. But as you can see, this town is a ghost town these days. There's nobody about. This town is coming like a ghost town. All the clubs have been closed down. Do I go through town, Mike, as that's the quickest route back, or do I go back along Low Road? Doesn't bother me either way. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we're heading up through the town, guys. And I'd like to thank everybody that's dropped on and dropped a like and supported me trying out this new phone holder. And I thank everybody for sticking around, given that I've been quiet for nearly 4 weeks as well. I say I did try doing a little bit of Smule. I know it's not a live singing, but as I say, I can't really sit and stay for long periods of time. So it's easier for me to do the Smule where I can just stop and get up when I need to. But even that wiped me out doing those few songs the other week. Hence they've stopped again because I ran out. But as I say, hopefully as things settle, and hopefully they will settle, Oh, two baby gulls there in front of me, look. Hopefully, you know, I'll be able to get back into things again. Well, as I say, there is a few hotels scattered about here and there, and B&Bs and things. Probably, if you ever feel the need. There's not a lot to do in Maryport unless you come down on one of their weekends where they've got something on, like this weekend with the carnival, or that Songs of the Taste of the Sea festival that they have. But I did, yeah, what a shocker. Just having to go slow over them cobbles because it'll shake my phone out. Right, we're about to go uptown. That's it, I've got you zoomed out. You've got the lifeboating over there. And that bluish building there used to be the Maritime Museum. It's now an art gallery. And these daft steps that they put up here, because this used to be a full two-way road and they narrowed it right down, but these things here used to have blue LED lights in the steps going up, and then little white spotlights in this path stuff, and I think they only worked for the first year, maybe two. It was the same colour blue as the lights on my truck that you can see on my hand, and they used to be up both sides of the street. And they've not worked for years now. So we're going up Shipping Brow now. No, because the blue LED ones were underground, Mike. They just never bothered to replace them when they broke. Typical council, do something for 5 minutes and then leave it to rot. Bumpy, sorry. Go slow over this bit. Got the Golden Lion Hotel just here, right in front of us. Is that why you wanted me to come this way? Yeah, Mike has, his friend has CCTV cameras in this main town, so Mike sits and people watches. Just gonna get over this road, guys. Now look at the state of this road. Pothole. I mean, apparently it's supposed to be getting fixed within the next few weeks. But as you can see, it's pretty terrible. The potholes and the bumps. It's not great. And also, it pretty much is, Gareth, that's all it is now, and hair salons and tanning salons and nail bars, charity shops. Oh my word, I'm sorry about this, guys. The curb isn't low enough for me to get up on. I'm going to have to try. No, I can't get up on there. That guy turned off anyway, but what about this guy? No, he's turning off as well. Oh my word. How's that for a road surface then? At the bottom of the road, Sean. And that's a Polish shop right there. Right, I'm getting on the pavement, guys. There's another bump coming here. Yeah, that road's due to be closed there on the 20th for 6 days while they resurface it. because you saw how bad that was. You've got the Thomas Henry pub there. As I said, local history. Thomas Henry, Thomas Ismay, White Star Line, electric car. But yeah, a lot of empty shops at the moment in this town. A lot of charity shops and a lot of pubs, takeaways, nail bars, that sort of thing. We'll head down. Again, sorry about the bumps. It's smoother for me to drive on the road, but I can't drive on the road. This street's a one-way street. There's our local Greggs. Mike's takeaway there is a Tish. And then I can just, while the road's clear, pull out. And this building right here, above here, is where Mike watches the town and the CCTV. Just above that building. Local Heron Foods, just there on the left. Coral betting shop. Wong's Chinese takeaway. Pedro's, Chattanooga. Cumberland Bank. From the Heart card shop. News agents. And that's pretty much it. There's a fruit and veg shop there. That's pretty much it. That's our high street. You've got Baz's Barbers there on the bottom. Chloe Jasmine's over there on the corner, and the barber, hairdresser. That's our main street, town street. That's it for the shops really as well. We do have a Lidl's and a B&M's, but other than that, that's pretty much it. Any other clothes shops, things like that, you have to travel to Workington, Whitehaven, or to Carlisle. Right, just going to cross this road here. See these guys? In Maryport, they don't have them in Blackpool, but they should have. There's a nifty little device here. If instead of me pressing that button, because I'm on a scooter, if I want to change the traffic lights immediately, I just do that. Put my hand under there. Oh, and it didn't work. Oh well, then they must have turned it off. Yeah, they must have turned it off at a certain time of day. But yeah, it was a disability feature. You swipe your hand underneath and it turns automatically. But I wonder if it deactivates after a certain time of night. There's your Turkish barbers. Greg, Gareth, right there. Right next to Chloe Jasmine's hair design. No, there was on there as well, Mike. It was on that one because that's where I first discovered it, on that one. So we are heading towards, as Mike's just said, Netherhall Corner. And this is the, oh, I'm going to have to slow down on this road. This is the direct route sort of in and out of Maryport. If you leave Maryport in that direction, you will end up in Carlisle. Would be a very short crawl, Gareth. Half the pubs in Maryport closed down. I mean, there are still a fair few, but not as many as there used to be. Do you know what? I think I'll take you guys hands-free. I've had a long enough rest. I'll give you all a break from the juddering. You can come in my hand instead. Like, you can travel in my hand instead. Rephrase that, Claire. There we go. That's better for you. It means I can go a bit faster as well and get home, because I need to get painkillers down my neck. Around the corner, slow as we go. So that road there takes you out towards Carlisle, and that road there takes you out towards Cockermouth and Keswick, the Lake District, and onwards to Blackpool and Penrith. I certainly do avoid Carlisle, yes. I don't do big cities, never have. I used to get terrified, really bad anxiety when I went to Carlisle. Like, actually physically sick as well. So we're now driving along Maryport Road. It'll be an A5 something or other, but I don't know what it is. Down off the curb. Bump. As you can hear how bumpy these things are, guys. .595, there you go, A595. Yeah, my sister used to she used to go to school there, she used to call it Nobbin Gob. Nobbin Gob, Cockermouth, Nobbin Gob. Hi Nigel, I didn't see Nigel, but hi. Oh, I can smell the wild garlic. Just about to cross over the River Ellen again. The wild garlic grows down there in what they call Crow Park, which used to be one of my favourite places, but no longer accessible to me, unfortunately. Hi Nigel. Yeah, I'll just give you a look over the bridge. You probably can see anything, but... Oh, there's a big moth. The River Ellen is just down there. Yeah, you can't see Jackie Chan. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed the drive out anyway. As I say, it was just to test how I get on being out and about and sitting on Trudy for a long while, and how the phone holder copes with bumpy terrain. So I've learnt a few lessons on both tonight. I'll be ending the vlog just at the end of the road here, because I'm going to pop into our local Tesco before it closes. You can hear how bad this pavement is. Whoa! And that's why I'm glad Trudy has solid tyres. I didn't even see that glass, but I ran over it. I'd have a puncture right now if she didn't have solid tyres. But as I was going to say, you can hear how bad the road terrain is. This is supposed to be a pavement. It's not very smooth. Hence, it's easier for me to hold you than put you in that holder right now. Hi, Becky. You just caught me as I'm about to end, I'm afraid. But if you watch back, you'll see a nice view of Maryport Lighthouse. And I drove along the boardwalk and just had a little look at the promenade. I didn't drive too far, but I was just testing the new phone holder that I got for Trudy, my scooter. and we've seen how it reacted to bumps and things. But no, I'm just going for some Warburton's bread rolls now in my local Tesco, and then I'm away home to get some painkillers because I'm really hurting now. Been out too long and my sciatica's kicking off. So I need my meds. And there's the Tesco, guys. So this is where I say goodbye. Well, I hope you have all enjoyed the video. Ooh. And don't forget, I will make sure I'm doped up on my painkillers tomorrow and strapped up like a good un, and I will be filming Maryport Carnival live from around 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. So don't miss out, guys. Tomorrow afternoon, Saturday, between 1 and 1:30, watch out for the live for Maryport's Carnival. And as usual, thank you all for joining. Thank you to my moderators for looking after everything. Thank you all for your support. And I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Bye, everybody. Mwah. Ciao for now.